Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. Good,
Man,
good morning. Okay, beta. So let us start our today's class. Gagan, are you there, beta?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good
I'll be
morning.
admitting the
Yeah.
students.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, ma'am.
good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, beta.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Okay, beta. So let us start today's class. So in the last class, we have. Can you see the screen, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, beta. So you see, in the last class, we were discussing the concept of conditional convergence and absolute convergence. So let me repeat once again, what do we mean by conditional convergence and absolute convergence? Suppose you have a series n from 1 to infinity. If sigma n from 1 to infinity an is convergent, but sigma n from 1 to infinity mod of an is not convergent, then we call that series as conditionally convergent series. Call that series as conditionally convergent series. This is what we had seen in the last lecture. Definition already we have done. And if you have a series which is convergent, and if you take modulus of each value, that is also convergent. So such a series is called absolutely convergent series. Fine. And also we saw this result that sigma n from 1 to infinity mod of an convergent. It always implies sigma n from 1 to infinity an is convergent. Okay. But sigma n from 1 to infinity an convergent does not imply that sigma n from 1 to infinity mod of an is convergent. So we had this example here, n from 1 to infinity minus 1 raised to power n plus 1 by n is convergent by Leibniz test. But if you take the mod, n from 1 to infinity, you take the mod, that will be 1 by n is divergent by p test. Okay, so some students have joined late. So students, we are discussing the concept of conditional convergence and absolute convergence, which we had started in the last class. So let me repeat the definition of conditional convergence. If you have a series which is convergent and its modulus series is also convergent. What do you mean by modulus series? You take the mod of each term and then you add. If both the series are convergent, then we call it as conditionally convergent series. But if sigma an is convergent, but if you take the mod, that is also, sorry, I'm sorry. If the series is convergent, but its mod is not convergent, you call it as conditionally convergent series. If the series itself is convergent and its mod is also convergent, then you call it as absolutely convergent series. Okay. So we also saw whenever the modular series is convergent, it implies the series itself is convergent, but vice versa is not there. It means that if the series itself is convergent, its modular series may not be convergent. So this is the example which we had discussed in the last class. Okay, so today we will be solving some problems based on this concept of conditional and absolute convergence. So let us look at this problem. So you have n from 1 to infinity minus 1 raised to power n plus 1, 1 by n square, right? So here you see the question is test the convergence of this series. So what you can do, you can just you say that an here is minus 1 raised to power n plus 1, 1 by a square, n square. So mod of an is, if you take mod here, this negative sign will go away. So mod of an is 1 by n square. And sigma mod of an, which is sigma 1 by n square, is convergent by p test. Therefore, sigma an is convergent. Why? Because we saw this result that whenever sigma mod is convergent, then sigma an is also convergent. Is that okay? So here there are two ways. Either you apply the Leibniz test. There you have to test three conditions. Un is 1 by n square. Un is positive. Un is decreasing. And limit un is 0. Therefore convergent. Or you can use this result that if you take mod, then mod is convergent because sigma 1 by n square is convergent by p test. So the convergence of mod series implies the convergence of the original series. And here also you can comment because the modulus series is also convergent. Therefore, this is an absolutely convergent series.
Ma'am,
Yes, beta.
ma'am, in Leibniz test, isn't un plus 1 more than un?
No, decreasing. It should be decreasing. So un plus 1 should be less than is equal to un. Na?
Okay, thank
Okay.
you, ma'am.
The sequence of un sequence of nth term after removing the negative sign should be decreasing. Okay, that then only this Leibniz test is valid. You can check the conditions again.
Yes,
Is that
ma'am.
get more problems? I'll discuss some problems. Then we'll move on to the next topic. N from 1 to infinity sine n by n square. If you remember, same question was there when we were doing DCT, direct comparison test. And I told you that the question there was mod of sine n upon n square, n from 1 to infinity. So here we said that sine n upon n square because mod of sine n is less than is equal to 1. And this is convergent, implied this is convergent. But here you cannot apply DCT. Why? Because the terms are not positive. Sine n can be anything. So you see, now you are covering those things also where the series is not of positive terms. Okay. So here you see what you can say. Sine n upon, this is your an, right? I am taking the mod of an. So that will be mod sine n upon n square mod, that is n square. So if I look at this series, sigma mod of an, that is sigma mod of sine n upon n square. And this term here, mod of sine n upon n square is less than is equal to 1 by n square. And this is convergent. Therefore, by DCT, this is convergent by p test. Right? Therefore, by DCT, sigma sine n mod upon n square is convergent. Okay. Then after that, you will say sigma sine n upon n square is convergent. Why? Because sigma mod n convergent implies sigma an convergent. Is that okay? So this series is convergent, and if it is asked whether it is conditionally convergent or absolutely convergent, indeed it is absolutely convergent. Now you should understand every absolutely convergent series is always convergent. In the definition itself, you say that a series is absolutely convergent if it is convergent and its mod series is convergent. Is that okay? So for absolute convergence, you only need to check the mod series for convergence, because convergence of the mod series will always imply the convergence of the original series. Okay. So next next question is sigma minus 1 raised to power n plus 1 by n raised to power p. Can you comment anything? So here an is minus 1 raised to power n plus 1 by n raised to power p. Okay. So mod of an will be what? 1 by n raised to power p. So sigma mod of an will be sigma 1 by n raised to power p, which is convergent for p greater than 1. Is that okay? And what about p less than 1 or equal to 1? So this series sigma mod of an is convergent for p greater than 1. This implies the original series minus 1 raised to power n plus 1 by np is convergent for p greater than 1. And for p equals to 1, minus 1 raised to power n plus 1 upon 1 by n from 1 to infinity. Okay. Again, this is convergent. Which test, beta? Can you tell me which test? Why this is convergent? This is convergent by
Leibniz.
Leibniz test. This is convergent by Leibniz test. Okay. And what about p less than 1? Can you tell me? Can you tell me what about this? When 0 less than p less than is equal to 1. Equal to 1 वाला हमने डिस्कस कर लिया है.
Divergent.
Divergent or convergent?
Divergent.
No, beta. You see here, you have this series
Convergent.
and you apply, your p is positive. So you will apply Leibniz test. Here un is 1 by n raised to power p. So un is greater than or equal to 0. Un is a decreasing sequence, and also limit un is 0. Therefore, convergent by Leibniz test.
Hello.
Is that okay? Yes. ये clear है सबको? But if you take the mod, it means that if you are talking about minus 1 raised to power n plus 1 by n raised to power p, which is equal to 1 by n raised to power p, is divergent for p less than 0 less than 1. It means that for this range of p, the series is convergent, but its modulus is divergent. Therefore, for this range here, your series is conditionally convergent. Okay. So let me summarize. We are saying if you are given this series minus 1 raised to power n plus 1 by n raised to power p. For p greater than 1, the series is absolutely convergent. Okay. For p equal to 1 and less than 1 greater than 0, series is conditionally convergent. Now can you tell me what will happen when p is less than 0? Anybody? Anybody? What will happen when p is less than 0?
Divergent, ma'am.
Yeah, in that case, your series will be, because p is negative, so you have minus 1 raised to power n raised to power r. Say p is equal to minus r, where r is positive. So your series is something like this. So this is divergent by which test? This is divergent by which test?
P test.
Term.
NH
Any
term.
term. No, term test.
Test test is only for positive term series. This is by nth term test. So you see here, limit n going to infinity, n raised to power r is infinity. So the limit of this term is non-zero. So this is divergent by nth term test. So let us again summarize. This is called alternating P series. Alternating P series, which is summation n from 1 to infinity minus 1 raised to power n plus 1, 1 by n raised to power p. This is absolutely convergent for p greater than 1, conditionally convergent for 0 less than p less than equal to 1, and divergent for p less than equal to 0. Is that thing okay? So this is the result which you should remember for for alternating P series. Is that okay? Is that thing clear to everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
We are done with the tests of like all the tests which are required for testing whether a series is convergent or divergent. So I'm going to make a final table so that you can remember everything, and then we will practice some questions, and then we'll move on to the next topic. So we are done with all the tests which are there in our syllabus. So let us make a summary table.
मैम एक बार थोड़ा ऊपर स्क्रॉल कर सकते हैं नीचे तो
Here, just tell me.
अल्टरनेटिंग पी सीरीज वाला मैम नीचे आपने हाईलाइट जो करा है
Note it down. I'll make a table.
यस मैम या मैम थैंक यू
Okay. Look yourself, beta. So let us make a summary table. So you are given n from 1 to infinity, right? So I'm sorry because I'm repeating this thing many times, but this is just so that you don't have any confusions in your mind. So we want to test the convergence or divergence of this series. So we have the first thing which you can try for is sequence of partial sums. Test the convergence of sequence of partial sums, convergence of sequence of partial sums. If the sequence is convergent, then your series is also convergent. And then we saw GP for mod r less than 1 convergent, and for mod r greater than equal to 1 divergent. And then you saw telescopic series. Here, the sequence of partial sums is nice, and you can check the convergence and divergence of the sequence of partial sums. And then you have nth term test. Nth term test says if limit n going to infinity, an is something other than 0 or does not exist, then you say divergent. And if limit n going to infinity, an 0, test is inconclusive. So all these tests, they are valid for any series without any restriction. No restriction on an. Obviously, GP may we have a restriction that it should be a GP. No restriction on an in the sense we don't require an to be positive. Okay. Now let us move on to the next test. 5th, 6th, 7th, 5th. Yourself. You have direct comparison test, DCT. Then you have comparison test, LCT. Then you, who is this?
Ma'am, Jatin. Ma'am, he was Jatin. I have muted him. Jatin
Okay.
Singh.
Jatin, please make sure your mic is on mute. Okay. So next 7th is your direct comparison limit, and then after that we had कौन सा था बताइए ratio and root. Okay, so all these tests, your condition is should be
Leibniz
positive.
an positive.
Yeah. Okay. So this and also before that we had integral test, right? I forget that. Let me write down that first. So you have fourth as your integral test. Okay. Fifth as your integral test, and then you have sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. Okay. Fifth, sixth. Obviously, ordering is immaterial. You can write in any order. I'm just doing whatever order we had followed in the class. Okay, so again here you have condition that an is greater than equal to 0 for all these 5 tests. And after that we moved on to
Leibniz test.
alternating series. Right? Alternating series means you have a series of this form minus 1 raised to power n plus 1 un. So you had Leibniz test here. Okay. So here we saw that you have 3 conditions. What are the 3 conditions? Un should be positive. Limit un should be 0. I am intentionally writing this as your second condition because I told you should check this condition before you check the next condition, which is that un should be decreasing. So if all the 3 conditions are satisfied, then you will say convergent. Fine. And if second condition is not satisfied, then you will say divergent by which test? Tell me.
Nth term.
Nth term test, not by Leibniz rule. Nth term test. Okay, here the convergence is by Leibniz test. Okay, and if say any other condition, first or third is not satisfied, then you need to check something else, maybe partial sums. Okay, you will not get anything from here. Okay, then you have to follow something else. Is that okay? So whenever you have an alternating series, so what you are going to do, you are going to check the first condition, second condition, third condition. So it is always good that you check this condition first. If this condition is not satisfied, then you will say that your series is divergent by nth term test. And if this condition is satisfied, then you will check the other 2 conditions also. By chance these 3 conditions are satisfied, then your series is convergent by Leibniz test. And if this condition is satisfied, but this or this is not satisfied, then you have to go for something else, maybe partial sum or something else. Is that okay? So this is when you have an alternating series. Now, next thing is when you don't have an alternating series. For example, you have something like sine n upon n square. So the last thing which you can do is you can take, if you have an where an is not necessarily positive, then you go for sigma mod of an. Now because this is a positive term series, so all your tests will work. All the tests will work. Obviously not the Leibniz test, but mostly all other tests will work. Okay. So if with these tests you get convergent, so this series is convergent, then it implies that sigma an is convergent, because we know that sigma mod convergent implies sigma convergent. If you get sigma mod of an is divergent, then you can't say anything about sigma an. Is that okay? Apart from this, you can remember this p test. Okay, what is that? This is 1 by n raised to power p, convergent for p greater than 1, divergent for p less than equal to 1. And you can also remember alternating p series test. Okay, which is minus 1 raised to power n plus 1, 1 by n raised to power p, This is absolutely convergent for P greater than 1, conditionally convergent for 0 less than P less than equal to 1, and divergent for P less than equal to 0. So this is the summary of what we have done in last maybe 10 lectures.
Can you tell about 11th point again?
Yeah, sure, beta. 11th point is, I'm saying suppose you have a series which is not an alternating series and also the terms are not positive. Is that okay? So what are your choices here? First of all, you will check for nth term test. Because if nth term test gives you the divergence, then that's okay, because that is what we do most of the times. But suppose in this case you can see that nth term test will not give you anything. The limit is 0. So what you are going to do, what you can do is you can just take the mod. Your an is there, but you know that an is not positive. If you take the mod, then an becomes positive. Then all your tests, that is integral test, ratio test, root test, dct, lct, everything will work. And suppose one of that test tells you that this is convergent series, then we have already this result that sigma mod of an convergent implies sigma an convergent. Okay, so if one of these tests tell you that this is convergent, then that implies sigma an, that is your original series, is also convergent. But if it is divergent, then obviously divergent of sigma mod of an does not imply that sigma an is divergent. I just gave you an example above. So in that case you are silent.
जैसे मैम sin n upon n square है, इसमें पॉजिटिव है, तो अगर हम
Positive नहीं है, but this is not positive. Sin n can be anything.
means -1 to 1 नॉट मतलब बोथ हैं, तो मैम अगर उसका मोड लेंगे, अगर वो सारे पॉजिटिव हो जाएंगे और उस 1 by समथिंग की फॉर्म में आएगा, लेस देन 0 आए तो कन्वर्जेंट बोलेंगे.
नहीं बेटा, you have to test. For example, मैंने अभी square is less than is equal to 1 by n square. This is convergent by p test. This series is convergent. So I told you this is convergent, that implies the original series is convergent. Is that okay? Fine? Okay. So let us practice some more questions, then we will move on to the next topic. Sigma n from 2 to infinity minus 1 raised to power n plus 1 log n upon log n square. Anybody? क्या करेंगे इस पे? Anybody can tell me what is this? Either it is a convergent series or a divergent series.
हम इसमें ऑल्टरनेटिव सीरीज है, तो इसमें हम पहले log n और log n स्क्वायर का nth टर्म लगाएंगे और फिर
L-hospital ना, हाँ,
2n is log n upon log n square. So you can simplify it. It's simply log n upon 2 log n.
-1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 by 2.
To infinity, un is limit n going to infinity 1 by 2, which is 1 by 2, which is non-zero. Therefore, divergent by nth term test. Divergent by nth term test. Clear? Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me give me this -1 is n from 1 to infinity minus 1 is power n plus 1. Everybody please try to answer. Root n plus 1 upon n plus 1. Convergent, divergent?
हम root n से divide कर देंगे.
Yeah, you first see this is an alternating series. Fine. So your un
Yes,
is
sir.
root n plus 1 upon n plus 1. Un is positive. I told you the next condition you will check is limit un. That is limit n going to infinity root n plus 1 upon n plus 1. What is that? 0. You can find out. Divide with root n. And the third condition you need to check is the decreasing part. So what you will do, you will take f of x as root x plus 1 upon x plus 1. So f dash x is, you can find 1 minus x minus 2 root x upon 2 root x 1 plus x square. Or you can say straight away that because denominator is having n and numerator is having n raised power half, then for sure this is a decreasing sequence. You can write a logical explanation also if you don't want to find out the derivatives. But derivatives is best, right? Because you get a concrete answer. So f dash is 0 means slope is negative. Therefore, the sequence is decreasing. Un is greater than equal to un plus 1. Therefore, by Leibniz test, convergent. Okay, go for this one. Sigma n from 1 to infinity minus 1 raised to power n plus 1, 3 root n plus 1 upon n plus 1, root n plus 1. Again, this is an alternating series. You will start with writing un is 3 root n plus 1 upon root n plus 1. So you can just write un is greater than equal to 0.
Root n से divide.
The second is you want to find out limit n
मैम
going
3
to
आएगी लिमिट
yeah, root n plus 1. So this is
Therefore,
3 1 plus 1 by n upon 1 plus 1 by root n. Limit is 3. So what should I say? Limit is 3. So what should I say? Everybody tell me.
Divergent by
Divergent by n test.
Divergent by n
Divergent.
By which test?
nth term.
Nth
term test.
Test. Leibniz नहीं लगा यहाँ पे. So Leibniz test is not valid here. This particular series is divergent by nth term test. Is that okay? So for the next part, you will tell me whether the following series is absolutely convergent or conditional convergent or divergent. So question is, check whether the following series are absolutely convergent or conditionally convergent or divergent. Okay, so the first part is sigma n from 1 to infinity minus 1 raised to power n plus 1, 0.1 raised to power n. Tell me. First of all, tell me what this series is. Whenever you have a question that whether it is absolutely convergent or conditionally convergent or divergent, you will always take mod. Okay, because by chance if mod of the series is convergent, then you don't need to check the convergence of the series itself. That will imply. So what you are going to do here is your an is minus 1 raised to power n plus 1, 0.1 raised to power n. So mod of an will be 0.1 raised to power n if you take the mod. Right?
Absolutely
now,
convergent.
Absolutely.
yeah. So now you look at the series n from 1 to infinity 0.1 raised to power n. This is convergent
Always.
or divergent?
Yes.
Why this
Always
is convergent?
convergent.
Why?
Because
TP
This is TP with the common ratio
1 by
R
10.
0.1
are less than 1.
less than 1.
Doesn't.
Okay, so that is why this is convergent. So the mod series is convergent, therefore absolutely convergent series. ये clear है बेटा सबको? Is this thing clear to everybody? That
Yes.
whenever
Yes,
you see the
ma'am.
question of absolutely convergence, you have to take the mod first. Now let us look at this second part. Minus 1 raised to power n plus 1, 0.1 raised to power n upon n. Tell me. So here you see again
हम
because
nth term ही लगा देंगे.
Divergent.
divergent. कैसे?
Convergent.
हम
You
अगर
see
इसको
here. You see because I have to test the absolute convergence. So first of all, I'll take the mod. So an is minus 1 raised to power n plus 1, 0.1 raised to power n upon n. So what is mod of an? That will be 0.1 raised to power n upon n. Now, how I will check the convergence of this series? Tell me.
Root test.
Yeah, you can go for root test also. Let us apply root test. So your mod an raised to power 1 by n will be 0.1 raised to power 1 upon n raised to power 1 by n. Limit n going to infinity. That will be 0.1 upon what is this limit? 1. So you get your this limit as 0.1 which is less than 1. Therefore convergent by root test. Okay. So it implies absolutely convergent. Is that okay? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So tell me this one. N from 1 to infinity minus 1 is to power n 1 by root n. ये तो direct है. Alternating p series है. Here n is p is half.
Conditionally convergent.
Conditionally convergent.
Okay, already discussed. Is that okay, beta? So there are so many things like this which you can discuss. Let me write
पहले
one
हमको
last.
रूट टेस्ट तो करना ही पड़ेगा
Sorry, beta.
हम नहीं सॉरी ठीक है
Minus 1 is to power n plus 1 upon root n
मैम
plus
जब
1.
n रेस्ट पावर 1/n था जिसके जगह आपने 1 लिखा तो आपने उसमें इन्फिनिटी डाल के देख लिया था इन्फिनिटी की पावर 0 इक्वल टू 1
कहाँ पे बेटा?
उससे ऊपर जो डिनोमिनेटर में n रेस्ट पावर 1/n
No,
था
beta, we already have this result. Sequence में. I'm using this result, beta. Okay? Is that okay? ऊपर आपका यहाँ पे कह रहे हो आप?
नहीं जो डिनोमिनेटर में n रेस्ट पावर 1/n था जैसे मतलब यहीं पर इन्फिनिटी की पावर 0 इक्वल टू 1 कर दिया
Yeah, because we have that's the same thing. Infinity की power 0 equal to 1 मत बोलो बेटा, because that is not a right way to say ना, right? Because that does not make any sense. Infinity does not make any sense. So raised to power 0 is 1. That is actually wrong way of saying. So this is the correct way of saying that limit n going to infinity n raised to power 1/n is 1. Is that okay? Although आपको याद रखने के लिए आप रख सकते हो, but this is the correct way of saying. Is that okay?
yes ma'am
Got it? Okay. So tell me this last one, then we'll move to the next concept. Anybody? Convergent, divergent? Tell me, beta. So you see,
ही होगा
because we're asked to test the absolute convergence.
Convergent.
First, we will take the mod.
Yes.
Mod of an is 1 upon root n plus 1. So here, tell me, ये क्या है? Convergent, divergent?
Convergent by Leibniz.
Convergent.
Leibniz, बेटा मैं absolute convergence की बात कर, अब मैं इसकी बात कर रही हूँ, इसकी, ये convergent है divergent है?
divergent है
ये convergent है? Which test?
नहीं मैम सॉरी मैम convergent मैम
यहाँ पे लो bn is equal to 1 by root n, an upon bn, mod an upon bn, limit क्या आएगी? root n upon root n plus 1, limit n going to infinity, that is 1. Therefore, by LCT, behavior is same. Now what is this? This is divergent by p-test. Therefore, this is divergent. Is that okay?
yes ma'am
That thing clear to everybody?
yes
Okay, fine. So, it means that sigma mod of an is
7 पे है ना
divergent.
8.7 एक्सरसाइज भी है
Ye, we are doing 8.7, yes. Okay, then we'll be starting power series, which is 8.8. Just a minute, let me check. Let me confirm. I think we are doing 8. Alternating series. Yeah, 8.7. Okay, so 8.7 is completed. So you see, is that thing clear to everybody? Here, sigma mod of an is divergent. So you cannot say anything about sigma an. So, but from here, you are sure that it is not absolutely convergent. है ना? Conditionally हो सकती है, but absolutely convergent नहीं है. So for conditional convergence, n from 1 to infinity minus 1 is to power n plus 1 by root n plus 1. You will apply Leibniz test. Un is 1 upon root n plus 1. So un is positive here. Also limit n going to infinity, un is 0. And also un is decreasing because there is nothing in the denominator. Numerator is increasing with n. Therefore, by Leibniz test, convergent. तो इसका आंसर क्या है इस सीरीज का? Tell me. Conditionally convergent. Is that okay? So this series here is conditionally convergent series. Okay, students. So till now, you should be able to complete till 8.7 exercise. And tutorial 3. Okay? Is that okay?
Okay, ma'am.
So everybody please do complete these things. From the exercises, you can choose as many questions as you want. You can just see what are the different kind of questions and then you can do that. Okay, so next is 8.8, which is power series. Power series. We are going to start that. I think now we have only 2 to 3 minutes. So I will start power series tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, beta? Yes, beta.
मैम एक बार समरी का 13th पॉइंट दिखा दो, वो नोट करना रहेगा था.
You can note down the summary. I'll just upload the notes now. That is alternating series, P series test. Anybody having any doubts in the course? New students? The students who have joined late. Have you completed your syllabus, beta?
मैम एक बार आप कल प्री टेस्ट पे 1-2 क्वेश्चन और करा दोगे?
Yeah, beta, but tomorrow I'll start with power series. But you can like collect some questions which are in which you have doubts. Then we can discuss for sure. Is that okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay then. Thank you, everybody. I will see you tomorrow.
Thank you,
Tomorrow
ma'am.
we'll start with
Thank
power
you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
Thank you, ma'am.